Just in time for the holidays, some fun new lighting options from Anker's Eufy brand. And the company's Brett White is here with us. Hi, Brett.
Hi, Fred. Great to be with you again. Thanks for having me.
Great to see you. And Eufy may be best known, I suppose, for its popular and feature-filled security cameras. You've got some great RoboVacs too. Got really a range of products. And now you have some bright new ideas in lighting. Let's start first with the permanent outdoor lights, I think.
And actually, before I get into each kind of different product, I wanted to talk about there's actually several features and designs that are common across all four of those devices. First of all, you can sync up the four different form factors. So that's the kind of the outdoor home lights, the spotlights, the kind of hangable lights, and the pathway lights. You can sync those up with your existing Eufy cameras and basically use the AI that's inside the cameras that say that you had someone walk up to your front doorstep and it's someone that's already been registered as a friend or a family member. Those lights can be automated to turn to kind of a soft white glow to welcome them to your front door. And on the opposite side of that, if it is someone that's either an intruder or just simply someone you don't recognize, those lights can also turn bright red as sort of a alert to someone that you don't necessarily want on your property. So that's something, again, that's a capability that's shared across those outdoor devices. You can also work with the Eufy app on your smartphone to control those devices, whether it's the colors, the patterns, the levels of brightness. Each of these four outdoor devices are built to stand up to the worst weather, so rain, snow, extreme heat, or cold. In addition to being able to be controlled through the Eufy app, you can also use Amazon Alexa or your Google Home Assistant to control the different settings and patterns. They're equally convenient for holiday use or year round. It's interesting. I've got a neighbor about three houses down from where I live who has a competitor's lights up all year round on his house, but I've never seen any customization. It's pretty much been one color the entire year. So we're bringing a lot more flexibility to our customers. These are long-lasting lights that will actually run for up to 50,000 hours. So this isn't a type of product you're going to need to be replacing every year or probably even every 5 years. It's also, you can actually get some really nice savings if you decide you'd like to combine several of these different products into one purchase. You can actually save a great deal when you buy those together, up to a couple $100. So yeah, I think this is like I said, a really convenient, flexible way to keep your home lit either for the holidays or if you want to kind of be a little bit more, decorative year round. These are great for Valentine's Day, St. Patrick's Day, Thanksgiving, pretty much anything that has any type of kind of light or kind of seasonal look to it. You can put these lights to work and make your house part of the decoration.
And you've got a lot of flexibility here and choice for people. Let's start first with those permanent outdoor lights. I think E22.
Yeah, so these outdoor lights are pretty comparable to your standard Christmas light as far as design, and kind of the way that the cords are laid out. But what's different about them is most cords actually need hooks or nails to hang up. These lights actually come with self-adhesive pads that are built into the back of the light. So if you wanted to literally kind of place them underneath your gutter or the frame of your house without hooks, or maybe you were trying to affix them to maybe like a brick wall, you would have no problem doing that right out of the box. And they also have the ability to change levels of brightness anywhere from 1500K all the way to 9000K. They sell as a strand of 100 feet for $299. And yeah, I think this is something that, again, you could really see people using definitely for the holiday season. But if they wanted to have a little bit extra, not just brightness, but a little bit more decoration on their house year round, these are a perfect fit.
And they could go anywhere in the front of the house for that kind of decor or a patio, I suppose.
Yeah, a ton of flexibility. Well, and speaking of patio, another set of lights we make, these are kind of more hanging lights. These are a little bit larger of a bulb, kind of what you would normally see someone hanging from maybe their backyard garden or a pergola, or maybe their backyard porch deck. And they have the same flexibility as far as all the different colors and levels of brightness. But they also work with your again the app or Google Home Alexa, so you can control those from anywhere inside your house or outside, as long as you have a digital voice assistant in close proximity. And yeah, I think they just give kind of a little bit more of a warm glow to an outdoor setting, maybe a barbecue or a dinner that you're having out there. And I think they would make a lot of sense to have in your backyard year round.
And they're powered independently. I mean, you're not putting those lights, those string lights together with the permanent outdoor lights. They're not plugging in together, really.
That's correct. Each one of these lights would typically need their own dedicated outlet. Fortunately, most homes we find these days, I know at least mine, has a couple of outlets both in my front entrance and in my back entrance. Obviously, you can work together with extension cords if you need a little bit more flexibility as far as where your outlet is, as to oppose where you're starting kind of hanging your lights. So there's yeah, you'll be using a typical AC outlet for most of these hookups.
And you also have, I mean, the typical lights that would go on for a pathway.
So how we've kind of last year we put out our first set of home lights that again were kind of the traditional ones that you would lay out across either your kind of your lined gutter or maybe the roof of your house. We've expanded the way these lights work to offer two different designs. One is more of a pathway light that you would probably put along your walkway, either leading up to your front door or maybe away from your back door. And then another are spotlights that would probably be more typically put up either against your house to kind of illuminate your windows or maybe underneath your tree just to give a little bit more color to your landscaping. And those sell in packs of, let me just double check that I've got my numbers right. For the pathway lights, those sell as a 4-pack for $169.99. And let's see, and then the spotlight sells a 2-pack for $99.99. And again, you'll see the same flexibility as far as the amount of different colors you can use, the same amount of levels of brightness, and your ability to control those either with the Eufy app or with Digital Assistant.
Really terrific. So you've got the outdoors covered pretty well here. And
Yeah.
I was going to say that there are a lot of
Mhm.
inexpensive outdoor lights, many of them solar powered and such. These
Mhm.
are really designed to give you, first of all, more lighting, I think, and
Right.
and last a whole lot longer.
Yeah, this is an investment. Again, you're probably going to be making, I would say maybe every 5 to 10 years, depending on how often. If you're using them through the year, throughout the entire year, obviously you're going to be using a lot more of their hours up. If this is something that you're only pulling out for, maybe just the winter holidays, these are lights that, because of not just their durability, but all of the different lighting combinations you could have for 15, 20, 30 years. They really are built to handle not just the rugged, use of installing them and then taking them down, but to last you, decades. It really is a way to make one purchase and you should be set for 10, 20, 30 years for your outdoor decorative light source.
Terrific. And then you have something new for indoors. Tell us about that.
Yeah, Fred, it's a really unique design in that there's your standard lamp base, and then there's a little rod that would typically be the rod that would hold your lighting source at the top. The rod itself is the lighting source. And again, you have the same amount of different colors and customization as you do with the outdoor lights. It's actually can kind of almost be used as like a mood lamp. Like if you're wanting to kind of use it as almost a kind of a glow, like you would like a traditional fireplace, you can set it to that type of light setting to not really be an incredibly bright or harsh light. Or if you want it to be kind of illuminating your entire room, it has the ability to be turned up to its higher brightness levels and really can fill an entire room. But just a very sleek, almost invisible type of design. You'll barely even know that it's there, but you'll know the light is there once you turn it on. And again, it has the same level of customization and all the different variants of light and brightness and in color.
And you've got a lot of, in the app, a lot of kind of built-in settings for different effects, or you can just design your own, obviously.
Definitely. I believe we have up to 80 different preset patterns that you can set any of these lights to. So you can kind of, just kind of cycle through all the different ones and see the ones you like the most. Or if you have something specific in mind, you can, set it pre-programmed. You can also, I believe this is with 2 or 3 of the different lights, have the lighting pattern match up with music that you're playing at the same time. So yeah, that's especially great for the holidays. If you wanted to, have some of your favorite, holiday songs playing and have like the drum beats be copied by the pattern of your lights. I know a lot of people kind of see that as kind of taking their home, holiday lighting to the next level. You have the ability to do that with these new Eufy lights.
Put on a show.
Exactly. Yeah. These Eufy smart lights, I think, are again just by the name themselves, they work really well with your cameras to adjust to different lighting sources. They really are smart, but as much as they are intelligent, they're also incredibly durable. And yeah, I think it's a great amount of savings when you make one purchase. You've got your lighting set up for decades, years upon years.
So where can people go for more info?
Yeah, Fred, you can find these either on Amazon.com or at Eufy.com. Just go on the website for Eufy, and there'll be a little tab at the top that says Smart Lights. Click on that, and all of these different options will drop down, and you can just kind of pick and choose what's the best fit for you and your home.
Terrific. Rhett White, thank you so much for spending time with us.
Thanks, Fred. Have a great day.